what is nature journaling? I'm so glad that you asked that question because sometimes it can be slightly confusing and nature journaling can mean different things for different people. As someone who's been practicing nature journaling for over 7 years and teaching it for almost that long, I have some ideas about what nature journaling is and what nature journaling isn't. First of all, I think nature journaling is a tool. It's more like these binoculars than it is a pretty finished picture. These binoculars are a tool that help me see more in nature, they help me notice things, they help me focus, and they help me zoom in and zoom out. That is what nature journaling can do for anybody. It is a way to see more in the world because it focuses your attention and forces you to spend longer in cool places. And cool places could literally be in your backyard or in your refrigerator. You don't need to be on a lava tunnel in the Galapagos Islands like I am currently to nature journal. That is not what nature journaling is. Nature journaling doesn't require you to go to special places or national parks, because nature journaling helps you see the world with new eyes more so than just going to new places. So as an example, I am not a huge fan of sea lions, but here I spent a little bit of time nature journaling them, and I found out a lot more interesting things about them by forcing myself to nature journal them. So here, for example, I was looking at their back flippers and noticed that they have toenails or fingernails on those flippers. That was very interesting. I also noticed a baby nursing on the mother, and nature journaling can be a way to follow your curiosity and ask questions as well. So it's really important in nature journaling to ask questions and to use the 3 languages of nature journaling. The 3 languages are images, words, and numbers. So I'll show you a page here where I use all 3. Ideally, I would do that on all of my pages. Let's see, here is a page where I use all 3. I don't have a ton of numbers, but I do have measurements of the size of the seed. I have a measurement of the thickness of the wall. And I think I have an estimate of how many total seeds there are in the fruit. Then I also use words. Words can do things that images can't. And then I use images, especially for colors, things like that. So you can see how I combine all 3. And here, for example, I'm not even using drawings in a sort of representational way. I'm using them in more of an ideogram way. So these drawings here are showing ideas such as smell. These are cartoon-like drawings. You can even include yourself on the page, and those are all things that are nature journaling. Nature journaling can include landscape painting, it can include sketch noting, it can include concepts such as maps and things that are used in a lot of different other fields and combine them all together into one. Nature journaling is a good way for learning. That's the main thing that it can be good for, is for your own personal learning, but it can also be a good form of communication. So for example, one of my nature journal pages might work. This one, for example, it's in Spanish. This one here was part of my own personal process trying to learn about the wings of the frigate birds. As they were flying, I noticed that the wing shape could change. So I went through this whole process of nature journaling and asking a ton of questions about how they work, and it forced me to realize that I don't understand things very well in 3 dimensions. Just doing this diagram here helped me realize how little I think about things in 3 dimensions and how that affects my ability, for example, to ask questions about the shape of the bird's wings and how that works in flight. This page, however, could be used for communication as well. So the fact that I'm using a variation of colors, a visual hierarchy, and the combination of words, images, and numbers, all of those will help this be a communication tool as well. So nature journaling is more than just an art hobby. It's a way of learning. It's also a way of communication. Nature journaling is also composed of 3 languages: words, images, and numbers, and it draws on a lot of other fields such as landscape painting, field sketching, while making them into an integral whole that is a lot more. It is also, nature journaling is also a community. So nature journaling is seeing a current renaissance right now, and there is a large international community building on these tools and creating systems for feedback, systems for learning and improvement that are really advancing a lot of these tools in an integral whole. So nature journaling is more than just a combination of these practices. It's a holistic community and a growing culture of learning and communication. So those are some of my ideas real quick on what nature journaling is. There's some really cool bird activity near me right now and some marine iguanas right by me. So I'm gonna start doing some nature journaling on my own. Enough talking and time for some nature journaling. But I'm really glad that you asked the question about what is nature journaling, because it can be a little bit confusing when you're searching online for what is nature journaling. Do you still need just a little more motivation to get started? Check out this playlist full of videos about nature journaling for beginners. Are you still confused about buying nature journaling supplies? Check out this video here where I make it easy for you.